Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Simeon, and if this is your first time coming to my YouTube channel, welcome. If this is your first time, that's a good thing. You know, I have like a couple of other videos that are related to the same topic, and then after you watch this video, you can check them out, and I'm sure you would love all of them. And if you love them, please don't forget to subscribe. And if this is not your first time coming to my YouTube channel, this is your second, third, or even fourth video, then you need to subscribe because you obviously like my channel and you like what I'm talking about. Yeah, but guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video I'll be talking about, like the caption says, extending your visa, extending your student permit actually. So yeah, let's go into the video. Let's go. So yeah, I know it's getting to that point where so many international students would be looking to renewing their visa. Those from Africa, US, different countries will be looking to renew their residence permit because, you know, school started in August. So let's say your residence permit around August. That means you should be gearing up to get a new one if you did 1 year, like soon. So I got you. That's what this video is meant for. So yeah, the first thing that you should, I think, the biggest requirement so far is getting the 30 credits, which I don't really think is big, but yeah, one of the requirements is getting 30 credits in an academic year. That means that you need to finish up some courses. Yeah, 30 credits. Aside that, I'd say the process is pretty similar actually, like similar to like the first one you did when you were coming to Sweden, which is you know, your admission status, your payment of your school fees, and like those are the major ones. And then you have like some other requirements, and then you submit this, and then you wait for a few months and get a decision. Same thing. The extension of your study permit is also the same thing. The only difference is that you're in Sweden and you've already studied at school compared to like when you're first coming to Sweden. So the first thing is your 30 credits, and after your 30 credits, I would say is your proof of fund. Proof of fund is always, I think, the part where I get so many questions from, but I don't think it's so difficult. So for me, so I extended my permit last year. I applied last year August. My permit expired, I think somewhere around August actually, and I applied in August also. Usually they say you can apply 6 months before, so that the waiting period just ends somewhere around when it's expiring, and then you don't have a time where you can't travel if you want to. But because it was pandemic, I mean, I really did not care about traveling then compared to now. But yeah, you can just start this process as far back as 6 months before your current permit expires, and you have up to like the last day of your permit expiring to apply for a new permit. Yeah, and I think one thing that people always stress out is don't fill in an incomplete application. It just makes you waste more time. Like you will just be wasting your own time, except if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I didn't say that. But yeah, so with your money, your proof of fund, so I did mine in August, yeah, and I need the Swedish migration every year tries to recalculate the amount of money you need to stay in Sweden as an international student, and then they change these figures and then add some, maybe 200 krona or 300 krona or some few 70 something krona or 6, like just add a little amount to it just to cater for economic changes. Yeah, economic and inflation or inflation changes. So it's just like a few additions. But for me, I decided to show about 120,000 Swedish krona. Yeah, so I think the whole figure I needed was about 100. So I was applying for a 1 year permit. Yeah, so and you need about 12,000 Swedish krona. But I decided to show like almost 120k Swedish krona because you never hurts. You can I showed this money in like 3 different methods. So I used one of my Swedish banks. I submitted like three statements, account statements. I submitted one from my Swedish bank. I submitted another one from Revolut because I had some savings there, and I also submitted another one from my Nigerian bank account. And yeah, usually they just want like a document that shows that you have this amount of money in the bank. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a transaction history. Like you don't need to submit a transaction history for the past 3 months because technically that is private information. But yeah, I submitted like a statement from SCB, so I use SCB. A statement from SCB is not even up to like half a page. It just shows like my name, the bank name, the amount I have in the account, and that's all. Like that's what literally it shows. Like there is no history, nothing. And then Revolut, I could not print like a statement, so I had to print like an history, but I just printed for like 1 month back, and you see the account balance, the total current account balance at the top, and then you have like the history at the bottom. Since I could not print like a statement, Nigeria also, like I use GT Bank and like one of the banks in Nigeria, and I could not print like I could not print like a document that showed how much I had. I had to print like an history, which is crappy because I feel like more banks should you should be able to print like a statement and not just like put out your history and then somebody are missing that you spent 200 krona on ice cream and shit. But yeah. And yeah, so I submitted this 3 statement, and then you'll be asked to convert how much you have. So I think the one in SCB was in Swedish krona, the one in Revolut was in dollars, and I think the one in my Nigerian account was in naira. So like 3 different currencies, I think. And then you'll be asked to like use like an you'll be asked to like convert this currency you have into Swedish krona so you know how much it is. So I use XE because I know that's what they used the last time, like for me. So you just get like an estimate of how much it is regardless of the currency it is in, and then you put in this. I also attached like a document from LADOC. So if you've been schooling already, you should know what LADOC is from your school. And LADOC is more like a certificate or a grading system where you can, a dashboard where you can see like your grades and all. So I printed like a document from LADOC that says, oh, I have completed this amount of courses. and this is the amount of credits I have, and this is the amount of credits that I've not finished that, or is left for me to finish my master's. That document is now like your proof of studying, and now shows that you've completed 30 credits in total. So I think another thing is 30 credits is also 30 credits per year, not like your old program kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it makes sense. After that, attach these documents, your LADOC certificate, your incomplete LADOC certificate, your proof of fund in different currencies that you have, and I think you also ask like your personal number and some other stuff, which is just like general information, just so that you fill it in. And yeah, that's how I say is the basic like what you require to get your permit. So I submitted mine around, I think, third week in August, and I think it was like radio silence, like usual, radio silence up until I think November. And in November I got a response that I cannot, so I'm doing a 2-year masters. So they're like, so I applied for 1 year in August. They were like, they can't give me 1 year. So because I finished my program in June, so they said they were going to give me until June, which makes sense. So they said they were going to give me until June, and then they said that my application is approved. Yeah, my application is approved. So now you need to do like a thumbprint and what's it called? Facial passport picture taking. Yeah, exactly. Because I think for every application you do, a resident permit, your visa, every time you renew or you get a new one, you have to do your thumbprint and facial passport again, because they don't store this data because of GDPR and privacy concerns. So they don't store this information, so you have to do it again. I think so. What some people usually do is when they make these applications, like as soon as they make the application, they book a time at the immigration office to just take their passports and their thumbprint, and then when they get a response, it's just automatic. Like they just get a card automatically delivered to their house. So you don't need to wait till your application is granted for you to do your thumbprint. I don't know if that makes sense, but it did. Because also it takes there are so many people that are doing their booking, so it takes a lot of time. Sometimes you might not find a booking because of work, school, and so many other things. But yeah, if you have the energy, you could just get your thumbprint and stuff done pending when you get a response from them. So I did mine I was able to do my, I think in late November or I think December. I didn't have time until December, I think, and then I did it in December, and then I think you wait for about, I think 1 week actually. Yeah, I think 1 week, and then you get it in your post. Usually it's 1 week. I waited for 1 week, and like after you have been. So I don't know how to explain. So I did not do my thumbprint until I got a response. So when I did my thumbprint, I waited 1 week after, and I got my card. So if you applied and then you did your thumbprint after, and you've not yet gotten a decision, that means after you get a decision, 1 week after you get yours. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Aside that, so I'd say this. So August ending, September ending, October ending, November ending, December middle. So I'll say 4 months ish period. So like as I said, like if you like, you can start yours like 6 months before your current residence permit expires. It's your choice. And yeah, I'll say that is definitely like simple. I don't think it's so difficult. You just have to wait. Aside that, yeah, that's what this video is for. If you like my content, like I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Short and sweet videos. And yeah, I'll say till the next video, because I mean there's no point making a video long if there's nothing to say. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something, and if you have questions as usual, you can drop it in the comment sections, or you can follow me on any of my YouTube channels. My social media channels at the bottom, and yeah, you could ask me questions on my Instagram, for example, my Twitter. And yeah, till the next video. Bye. Peace. Yosh.